Good morning Year 6 and welcome to another arithmetic tutorial. So just like yesterday, to get the full benefit of this sort of teaching input, it would be helpful to have your answers there ready. Okay, and if there's one you got stuck on, we can have a look at it together, but do your best to answer as many independently. So if you're ready then, and you've got your pen and pencil ready and you're ready to mark, we'll get started. So we've got 8,400 divided by 12. Now, I know my 12 times tables. I know my multiples of 12. And I know 84 is in the 12 times table. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84. So I know 7 times 12 is 84. Now that means I can look at this calculation and think, right, 12 into 84 goes 7 times exactly. 12 doesn't go into 0, and it doesn't go into this 0 either. So my answer is 700. Okay, let's have a look at question 2. We've got 1/6 multiplied by 1/7. So what's the first thing we need to do, Year 6? Well done, everyone. 1 times 1 is 1. Then we come down to those denominators, and what are we going to do? 6 times 7, which is 42. Well done, everybody. Give that one a neat little tick if you've got it. If you've made a little calculation error somewhere, pause the video now, go back and do your editing. Okay, so question 3 then, I've set it up ready here for us because we'll need to use the formal column method. So we've got 3,784 multiplied by 26. So where are we going to start? Absolutely, over here with our ones. So 4 times 6 is 24. 8 times 6 is 48. Add the 2 you've carried. Brilliant. 50. 7 times 6 is 42. Add the 5 here. 47. And 3 times 6 is, add the 4 you carried, brilliant, 22. Okay, now we've multiplied everything by the ones, so we're moving over to this column now, or the tens. So what does this 2 represent? Great, so we put our 0 in down here to show that it represents 20. We're now moving over by 10. So 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 8 is, well done, 16. 2 times 7 is 14. Add our 1 here, 15. 3 times 2 is 6. Add the 1 you carried, 7. And then our final step to add these amounts together. So we've got 4 and 0, which is, well done, 4, 0 and 8 is 8. 7 and 6 is 13. 2 and 5 and 1, 8. 7 and 2, 9. So we've got 98,384. Give it a neat little tick if you've got it. If you think you've made a calculation error somewhere, just pause the video now to see if you can spot where you've done that. Okay, sorry everybody, I just need a little sip of water there. My mouth's a bit dry after, it's because I'm talking too much, and the Year 6s I'm sure are used to me talking too much, but it's a bad habit that I've got to get out of. So, number 4 then, we've got 680,501, add 12,689. I'm sure you're all bored of me sort of saying this, you're fed up with this, Miss Dyer, because we know this, Make sure all your digits are lined up accurately. So let's add them together. 1 and 9 is 10. 8 and 1 is 9. 5 and 6 is 11. Well done. 0, 2 and 1 is 3. 8 and 1 is 9. And 6 and 0 is 6. So hopefully you've got 693,119. You can give it a little tick. Now that brings us down to question 5, which we should be starting to feel quite familiar with. So we've got a calculation here, a number sentence with mixed calculations. So it's got more than one calculation in it. So, and it's got some brackets as well. So we've got in brackets 10 subtract 2, add 14 multiplied by 2. So we're going to need to use our handy BODMAS. Now I wonder if you can remember what the B stands for. Brackets, brilliant. Other, which when we're in primary school is square numbered or cube numbers. D stands for division. M stands for multiplication. Well done to everybody who's remembering this. A stands for addition, brilliant, and S, subtraction. I'm sure you're all familiar with that one. You're getting that one, you're getting familiar with that one and feeling quite confident. So let's start then. Have we got any brackets in our number sentence? Yes, we have. We've got 10 subtract 2, which is 8. So I'm going to jot that down so I don't forget. Okay, that leads me to other then. Do I have any squared or cube numbers? No, I don't. Do I have any division to do? No, I don't. Do I have any multiplication to do? Yes, I've got 14 times 2. So what is 14 times 2? Well, I can do 2 lots of 10, which is 20. 2 lots of 4 is 8, and that will be 28. And again, I'm going to jot that down. I'm not going to try and hold it in my head. Okay, have we got any addition to do? Yes, we have. So we have to add these two amounts together. 8 add 28 equals, well done everybody, 36. Okay, now do I have any subtraction to do? No, so I have my answer then, 36. Okay, if you didn't use BODMAS, you will need to pause the video now, write it out so you don't forget for the next time you have a question like this. Have a little go yourself and then come back when you're ready for our flashback. So, flashback time then. Will 996 divided by 3 have a remainder in the answer? Well, hopefully you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, I'm going to focus on this part. 3 divides into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 6 twice. They're all multiples of 3. So actually it's really quite simple to do that as a mental method. So no, there will be no remainders. Now if you can't do that as a mental method and you've used the bus stop, that's also fine. 3 into 9 goes 3 times. 3 into 9 goes 3 times, and 3 into 6 goes twice. 332, no remainders again. Okay, question 3 then. What number is the arrow pointing to? Now, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger for us. Hopefully that's clear enough for you at home. Rub those bits out. Right, so let's have a look what we've got then. What number is the arrow pointing to? Let's see what information I've got. So I've got 6 and negative 6. And I've got some marks on my number line in between. So let's see how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I've got 12 in between. So I know the difference between 12 and 6 is 6. So that tells me we're in a scale of ones. So this, I'm just going to double check. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So the arrow is pointing to 1. Okay, question 4 then. So we're applying now our perimeter knowledge to a little bit of a problem. We've got to do some problem solving. Let's have a read of the question then. Use the first shape, so that's this one here, to work out the perimeter of the second shape. Okay, so I've got to look at the first shape to begin with. Now, I know the perimeter is the distance around the outside edge. Let's have a look at what information I've got to help me. Now, it's a rectangle, so I know straight away if this length is 10 centimetres, this length will also be 10 centimetres. If the width is 6 centimetres, then the width here will also be 6 centimetres. Now, to find the perimeter, I want to know the total length, the outside of this shape. So I could do 10, add 6, add 10, add 6. Okay, I could do it like that. Or I could think, well, I know 2 lots of 10 is 20. I know 2 lots of 6 is 12. If I add those together, I get 32 centimetres. Okay, so if the perimeter of this shape, the first shape, is 32 centimetres, I can use that to help me work out the second shape. Okay, well, actually I can see I've got 1, 2, 3. This shape is 4, it's 4 times in there, but let me think. So this, from here to here, is going to be 10, and I've doubled it this time. So this length will be 20 centimetres. Now, let's have a look at the width. Now, I know this is 6, but it's been doubled. So this is going to be 12 centimetres. Now, I already know what these will be. They're going to be the same because a rectangle is equal lengths. Okay, so how am I going to find the perimeter then of this second shape? Brilliant, I've got to add those amounts up. So I know 20 and 20 is 40. I know 12 and 12 is 24. If I add those two amounts together, I get 64 centimetres. Now you mustn't forget those centimetres, year 6. Okay, you have to have your unit of measurement to be able to get your tick. Okay, now I suspect that some of you were tempted to multiply by 4. Okay, but don't forget perimeter is the outside length. Okay, please share your learning with me on Dojo today. I'm really looking forward to seeing how many people have used their knowledge of multiples of 12, how many people have remembered BODMAS from last week. Okay, it's great to see the progress that you're making, so don't be shy. Please send me your learning. Right, have a lovely day, everybody.